morning. We got a lot of matches today.
Yeah. It's gonna be great. So I'm gonna tone of voice because I'm gonna get bodied later. But it'll be fine. We're all here to have fun. This is a bit of an early one, too. Sun's not even up. Well, no, it's not up yet. This is the first of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 matches today.
Yep. At least yesterday it was still 8, maybe it's gonna be even more.
I opened it up and counted just now. But we did have one of those sneaky ones pop in before. So we'll see what happens.
Looks like we've got a game already, so... Wait a second. Well, right, the player cards. I haven't done this in forever.
Oh,
it's on the dashboard.
When you get a chance, if you would kindly...
Yep, share it, sure.
Thank you, sir. My hero. Alright, so today, this morning, we have Polari versus JJM. It's short for something, isn't it?
On Discord I think they are bullet... no, not the JJM on Discord. In the schedule sheet, the bullet dancer JJ, I think. Not sure.
Yeah.
Doesn't really explain the abbreviation, I guess.
Interesting. Polari, been around a bit. Win rate of 34-26. First joined in... God, I think that says 6. Place 17th. Best placement of 4th?
Yep.
Then
place in
JJM.
MT13.
JJM, Bullet Dancer JJ. First time participant.
With one of those special transparent cards. I don't know if they actually make those.
I don't believe so, because the plastic would be not great for sustainability, I think.
Have a beat the game goal on a Super Nintendo game. That's usually I'd expect those to be longer.
It's only gonna be 2.5 hours. It's gonna be fine. Norse are in for a 5-hour mystery tournament match.
No one's up to bet anything yet. It's too early to gamble your money away. Your points, I guess. It's not really money.
Crack a dawn match. Also, was there a prediction? I thought it was just the other prediction closing.
No, I think there was a prediction up. Let's see. Yeah.
There was? Crazy.
Already.
Scramble was even awake to see that their game got pulled.
Yeah, it's a rare submission that's not by the legendary Wizardo or Lisando.
What a pair of names, honestly.
I guess it would sound too goofy if you would make them both Lisardo and Wizardo. It's too similar.
Nothing like realizing you've made a mistake during work. Good job. Way to go.
Looks like we are good to go. So let's have a look at this game. This is Ushio to Tora. Yeah, I think it's an old manga, which I know nothing about. Yeah, that's pretty much all I know. There's like a shonen protagonist and some kind of bull demon, I guess. Ooh, we've got a spear, action platform with a spear. Spear could have a lot of cool actions. I guess you could pole vault or stick it in a wall or something. Might be. Also apparently not a very long one if this is a beat the game goal. Both already on the first boss. Kinda reminding me of Mega Man's Snake Man, I guess. Maybe just because of the snake visuals. One of the buttons in the basement says attack upgrade powder, and I'm wondering, is that power? Powder? Is there powder? Ah, the attack powder increases your attack range, okay. Not sure what happened to JJM's game feed. It's very square now. Yeah, I'm looking at I'm looking at their screen and it's like that, so well, we can stretch it back. Yeah, very high-tech operation here. Both on 0 lives. Oh, JJM taking a death. Game over. Switching characters. I guess the pace spin doesn't restrict characters. Gonna see what Ushio can do. Yeah. JJM's also playing very aggressively here, constantly jumping in. But I guess that the spear just has a lot more range. Polari also taking a death there though. Both of them jumping in constantly. I wonder if that's not a problem, if that doesn't throw you into the... Oh, what happened there? Oh! I see.
Hello?
Whoops, sorry.
I've been trapped in the nether realm. Mooware cast me into
I'm so sorry.
I've been genuinely making commentary this entire time.
I didn't realize the Discord audio source was off on this scene.
It's all good. This is an SNES game.
Yeah, this is Ushio to Tora based on an old manga, I guess, that apparently none of, or very few of us have seen. And there's a kid with a spear and there's some kind of demon guy with claws. And it seems that this is like mainly almost like a boss rush game. Makes me think of the Gegege no Kitaro game on Super Nintendo. We definitely played that before. So far both players still very tight. Even in game overs. You see, the players are picking different characters now. Not sure if one of them is actually faring better than the other. Polari has lost a lot of lives already. It's down to 1 life. JJM doing a bit better. And still pretty much tied.
And I feel like whatever bonus you get as Tora is negated by your lack of range. Because you just take hits that much faster.
Also seems like there's like not a lot of combat options. Yeah, I'm looking at the pasteband, it just says attack and jump.
Well, we saw that there's a directional attack, at least for Ushio.
Was that a double KO for Polari maybe? It looked like the boss was blowing up already.
Big trade. But we got a progression on JJM side. Moving on to an old mansion of sorts. Upstab not working for this boss, unfortunately. I'd be curious to see if they're using just A or just Y for an attack.
I'm curious if the jump is kinda limited, like a Ghosts and Goblins jump or something, because I would just stand next to the enemy and jump and up and slash, I guess, but Polari is always jumping into them, so maybe...
It's a forward leapy thing.
JJM just did upwards jumps, so I guess you can do that.
Polari moving on now.
I think JJM is one room ahead.
Yes. Has seen one boss further.
Ah, okay, game overs don't send you to the same room. So now they are tied in a way. Yeah, I really wonder how you're supposed to play this, because our players are constantly taking damage. Maybe there's a better way to dodge the enemy attacks, and then you can just stand there and attack.
Hmm.
Yeah, the way our racers are fighting, they constantly jump into boss attacks. And I guess it's mostly working out for them.
I mean, yeah, but mainly because there's infinite continues.
Yeah.
Do you imagine if they were limited on continues?
We'd probably not allow it into the game pool then.
Alright, Polari killing the Portrait Ghost. This looks like a new stage.
Yep, we are in chapter 3 now. JJM also clearing the portrait monster.
Fairly close between our runners, honestly. These things are being cheeky, just sitting there at the top of the screen.
They also don't have a health bar, so that they're kinda just standard enemies. Although, I pretty much looks just like a boss fight. Polari made it through, has 1 life. 1 extra life, I suppose. Oh, and more heads. Same thing, different room. I'm not sure I've seen this attack upgrade powder at all yet. I'm guessing it's the other counter next to the lives.
Yeah, it has to be.
Now we're at the the boss head.
The head of the heads, yep.
We're dodging mostly pretty well here, and it's like the head is defeated.
Huzzah!
On to chapter 4.
Progressing smoothly now. Oh, it's just this dude.
Like he's got playing cards, maybe?
We're fighting Gambit.
JJM being sent back to the start of this chapter, which seems like it's a fairly long chapter with these heads. They're kind of slow to fight. Oh yeah, there's a down step, so you can step up and down, from what I've seen.
Excellent. The man is down. Oh! I don't think we've seen this before on JJM screen. This fast advancing thrust.
Ah, oh yeah, interesting. I wonder if that's some kind of special input. It's not really mentioned in the face bin. Although with
I'm
the
wondering
flying...
if this is the alternate attack button.
With the flying enemies it doesn't seem super effective. They're mainly up there somewhere.
Makes me wonder if you could do it in the air. Because that would be some good speed tech.
Polari fighting the grabby hands in an airplane.
I remember this episode of Goosebumps. I don't remember this episode of Goosebumps. What in the Sam Hill is that?
It's a slimy xenomorph. Good sound effect.
Sounds like my coworker during meetings.
Yeah.
Oh, it does a huge amount of damage to you, though.
Polari took quite a bit off that boss.
JJM going up against the man. Stage behind. Polari making quick work of those hands this time.
Oh wow, that really does a ton of damage. 2 hits from the boss and that's a life lost.
Not so sure about this jumping right in strategy.
Seems like most attacks don't do that much damage, so maybe you could like use the iframes for a weak attack. Polari's almost there, this is getting close. Oh.
Oh. Not so sure if it's a dead zone behind it. I think it's more the arm swiping is the attack that's really doing a ton of damage. And when we hit it, it's going into non-hitbox frames. Huge amount of damage.
Oh, Polari has taken half off and there's still 2 lives left. Could be working out. Has a good pattern going here, it's mostly dodging the swipes, I think.
And how do we get off the top of the plane? Meanwhile, JJM now getting on the plane.
I think Polari might still be in the same chapter, now fighting some guy on his last life.
No, it's a different chapter. We saw the splash screen.
Ah, okay.
At least I hope.
Oh yeah. JJM is also up against the buff monster.
Oh, and JJM has one of the attack powers too. And Polari has 2 of them.
This is chapter 8 already, maybe we're coming up on the final fight. I don't think we have a description of what the final boss is like.
Or don't. Just beating the second phase and the final guy is what we have. Alright, JJM making it past the plane xenomorph a bit faster than Polari did.
Some kind of monkey with a big blade. Oh, Polari is using his powder now. Gave him some kind of projectile attack.
That's cool.
JJM is using the thrust attack. Looks like it's pretty good for this guy. Like if you can get through the enemy with it, then you're safe again.
It's a good movement option. We have down thrust. Lots of clinking.
Yeah, Polari is not doing a lot of damage against this blue animal thing.
Pretty sure clinking off the blade on top and only hitting the main body does damage, which... unfortunate. And JJM pretty much catching up. Oh, is the blue thing with the Razor Weasel? Yeah, that's the name of it. A spinning leap straight into the enemy is what Tora probably has.
The spear doesn't really seem very useful against this enemy though, so maybe Tora would work better if they find Tora's special moves. Looks like the downstep is actually kinda working. Like even if it clinks off, you probably don't take damage.
No, you're taking damage when you clink because you land in the hurt box of the enemy. You'd have to have momentum through it. Oh, hold on though. Dash attack.
JJM with the dash almost got it.
Dash attack is the answer. So that was cleaning up shop.
JJM trying the dash strat again. It's a bit of a tight damage race. And barely gets it.
On to the
Close
next
one.
chapter. In a forest, flying leeches. I feel like the paste spin definitely should have mentioned something about special-ish attacks. Because it really feels like the dash was the answer to kill this.
Yeah.
Hematite.
Some kind of special boss here, but he doesn't have a long health bar. And he's gone
Looks
already.
like double from Street Fighter. Get these maggots out of here.
It's like we're fighting mob after mob in this chapter. If it also has a big boss at the end, that's gonna erode people's health before they get there.
Polari also gets through.
Nice.
Making progress. See, game over on JJMs. You can literally duck, and it doesn't hit you. Have we?
I don't think we've seen. Yeah, no, they're not playing very defensively. They're usually jumping right in. That's always the answer. I'm not sure if they tried ducking, but yeah, for most of the fights we see them rushing in.
They're not playing neutral very much. That's for sure. Also, hello, Shrimps. Your game is being played. This guy's a bit rude.
Polari still on 3 lives, making careful progress here.
This the rude guy here. Just gonna walk all over you and steal life.
For the cutscenes, this might be a big boss fight with a very long health bar. That looks like it's the maximum.
It's like an Oni.
So I guess we're looking at the final boss here.
Definitely feels like it. What's this text? Oh. Interesting. So I guess we swap over to the other character now that we've died on the final boss. Polari getting in here with 2 lives. Probably gonna make a big difference.
Polari still has 1 life left, so might be getting this health bar down. Or do the lives not count here? Okay, yeah, we're switching back.
Ushio did like half this boss's HP before going down, so I think we got this. Yeah.
Yeah, but supposedly there's a second phase, and maybe another health bar.
Yep. Order health bar, thankfully.
This is a pretty long run up to the boss if they have to do it every time.
Gotta get some of them health drops, come on.
Didn't go that well for our players this time. Looks like JJM is on 0 lives and Polari not at the boss but on 1 life.
Oh, good health though. These enemies are also pretty rude. For like final boss run-ups.
Yeah, zooming all over the place.
Where was this health when we needed it?
Even with the projectile attack, it seems like the boss has enough reach to get us.
We need some sort of companion animal to help us. Maybe like an insect of some sort? That'd go well with the spear. Ooh, a life on Polari's side.
Yeah, I wonder how random those are. It's a pretty nice get.
And a health drop right at pixel health. It's huge.
Already dealt with the green guy quickly. He's still on full health.
This looks like a really good setup. As long as we can get out of here with decent-ish health. Well, maybe I shouldn't talk so much. Still, 2 lives and most of a health bar? Pretty respectable. I wonder if you can duck the Oni's attacks. It's like right in front, and just I don't know, down stab him.
Already makes it to the second phase, but is on very low health.
Hey, look, down thrusting. It didn't work out too well on the second phase.
Yeah, we haven't seen a good strategy for phase 2 yet. Both of them do have the attack powder. Guess that would help at least if they keep it.
Wanna dream a happy dream that the attack powder just like one taps the final boss. Like throw pockets in his eyes.
So in the Gegege no Kitaro boss rush game, there is actually a one-hit kill on the final boss with a certain special attack.
Oh, I love it. Oh, the life gets back. Polari's getting a lot of these extra lives.
Them again at the final boss with with almost identical health and items.
The only difference is the score.
JJM has used his attack powder already. Rory is saving it up. Still has to get through the first phase. Trying to stand under the enemy and stepping up. I'm not sure if...
Directly below, you think? Because it did look like that was pretty good. We could like stomach him into a corner, maybe? Oh yeah, JJM did get an extra life on this screen. It's up to 3 now. Now that we've acknowledged that extra life, it's gonna disappear very quickly.
Probably not getting any
I think
attacks in on
Polari's
the...
just going for a game over.
yeah. Another one-up drop for JJM.
Good, we need them. These are desperate times. Can we get an exposition match of Shrambles and ID racing this? I want to see what they do. Honestly, what was ID's tester time? If we have that information. You're just built different, Shrambles.
JJM getting to the second phase again, but no extra lives and health not looking great either, so We'll see if Tora can do better here.
Answer is unlikely.
Polari has a very safe strategy now, it seems. Double jump, up and down stab.
I think the extension out with the arms hits the center on phase 2. So it looked like to me, at least. I need food. Okay, now I need extra lives. Hear my prayer, game.
JJM also going for the double jump and attack from above.
And Polari has given up on this attempt. It is a rough one. Yeah. Yeah, those are tapping out, I'm pretty sure, Myth. No, the food.
It looks like at least the spear dash attack doesn't give you a major advantage, since both of our players are doing fairly equal here.
Annoying green man dead. Good. Oh. Hardly sporting.
Polari had some very weird drop RNG here. He's got 4 of the attack powder but no extra lives.
Throwing out projectiles, and it looks like it was working, but just couldn't keep him away long enough.
Oh, we're seeing Tora's special attack, I think. The fire breath? Or is that the attack powder, maybe?
Could be an attack powder.
JJM now switching to Tora, maybe because of the fire breath. It looks like that's the special attack, like the dash. Tora definitely not as agile as Ushio. It's like the fire attack is too slow to really be useful.
Definitely is one of those fight a million yokai games.
Polari back at the boss and getting good damage in with the attack powder, but now there's no attack powder anymore.
Attack powder gone, so are good times.
Oh, we're seeing another attack from Tora here, some kind of downwards kick. Also, Tora can jump really high, might be good for bosses. Polari had one full health bar for this boss, is making good progress, but also taking
A lot
of
of damage.
damage.
That was good. I think maybe find a way to carry the attack powder into that second phase. Get some free hits in and then just go all in. And you might be able to just damage race it out.
JJM is on 5 lives. How did that happen? It's also some incredible item luck.
Magic. The game is hearing their prayers now. Oh, food? Just when we needed it?
Kapow in
this
chat
great
says that
man.
the 1-ups are how everyone beats this game in long plays. Getting lucky with 1-up drops.
This green guy sucks.
Polari also scoring a 1-up at least and a life bar extension. Although the life bar extension doesn't really seem worth it because it's just this tiny bit and the bosses do a ton of damage.
What we need is a defense up.
It's like JJM couldn't carry his 5 lives into the boss fight, down to 1, just like Polari. Looks like Polari has the pattern. Managed to
If
avoid.
only there was a roll or like a slide.
Oh wow, JJM has the boss pretty much stun locked in the corner here. That was great. It's still on 0 extra lives.
Gets spiked. Get synchronized, game over. I wonder how you're supposed to deal with this green guy just rushing you down. Same with the head on the next screen. Well, you're trying a bit of a down thrust, but it just misses because he's out too quick.
I think on some attempts we saw Polari take care of the green guy very quickly, maybe just with very well-timed attacks. You do push him back on attacks, I think, so if you can keep pushing him back when he comes running.
Polari running in with 1 life. It looks like JJM's gonna run in with none. Unless... Nope. It's a mean game, this one.
We were making really fast progress until this last stage.
I feel like there's been 2 major walls. The worms, and now this. 'Cause between the worms and this, it was smooth sailing. Aside from, like, the Kamataichi.
Now Polari has 4 lives. It has to protect them. Green guys not letting
Why
that
did you
happen.
mention it? Why did you say it? Once they were acknowledged, those lives were fated to die.
Another
Or
one up for
flank attack.
Polari.
Yeah. But for how long? That long. Three lives, most of a health bar. We've said that before, Najima. It's not the first time we've been in the final boss at 3 lives. No. Bosco, sit down. Dreaming's for closers.
Polari now going into the second phase with Tora, which I don't think we see that much. What I'd really be curious about here is how the fire breath attack works. If that would help.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, did
a
Polari have an
second.
extra life?
That's it.
Yeah, Polari does it. Right on the hour with a time of 1
Boss.
hour and 8 seconds.
The score extension. We got an extra life from the score.
That
That's
is incredibly
wild.
lucky.
I want to see where that extra life came in. Hey Polari, how are you? Hey
Hello,
Polari, how are you?
dealing with audio balance. Give me a second.
I'm gonna mute you. Wait a second. Alright.
Yeah. Fine. Well, that was a bullshit race.
I think I need to watch that back in a bit to see where exactly you got the extra life to beat the final boss.
I got it from 50,000 points.
Yeah, but when? I didn't see it. Like
Yeah,
when you started the second phase, you didn't have it, so you had to have gotten it during the final phase.
Yeah, I had heard the sound effect and during the fight, and then I noticed like, yeah, I just hit 50,000 points. Nice.
that was incredibly lucky. So I think we were speculating that the item drops are gonna get you through at some point, because sometimes you had like 4 or 5 lives or multiple attack powders.
Yeah, that was the plan. I didn't expect it to get the random whatever ice card drop that I didn't even know about, but it could have just as well been getting 1 extra health drop from somewhere, or getting a powder to get through the first phase. Just... That was a race where I was super happy that I have experienced mystery tournaments before, because that was just utter bullshit. And if it was like my first race and I had no clue what to do, what was going on, I would have been so tilted out of my mind, but it was just like... It's an old SNES sub, and
You're
it's just,
used to the torture now.
like, it's just gonna be shit. Like, and just gonna count on the other guy having it even worse.
Did you discover the spear dash attack? I'm not sure I saw you do that. JJM has found that pretty early. There's like some kind of special spear dash attack.
Probably not.
It didn't seem
I don't
super
know what that's
useful, but I kind of expected it to be a big thing.
So the paste bin instructions we got was just the button attack.
Yeah, it didn't say much.
That's it. When I was playing around, what I found was that you can call a direction, and it will stab in that direction, and those attacks are complete shit. Like, it does like shit damage and has a shit reach and hitbox. And then there's this attack where if you jump or it, like, you know, not in place but in a direction, and immediately afterwards attack, it does that slash, which has better hit. It doesn't have a much better reach, but it has much better hitbox and does like double damage. And I don't know, like, when your controls are jump and attack, there's only so many combinations, and it didn't really seem like double D-pad that wasn't dash or anything. Like, I just didn't find any other controls, and among those that I found, the slash attack was just in every way superior to the others. The only way later on, when the stage got harder, I went back and tried to make anything else work, but the only use I could find for anything was just certain enemies that moved around, and spamming those just covered them. Otherwise, it was just spam the stupid slash attack and rely on having enough health and lives to get through the stages. And yeah, that's how it worked until the final stage, which was the same, except you also had to gamble on getting good drops. I had a few runs, you've already noticed, where I got into the final boss with lower lives or lower health, and it's like, okay, I'm not gonna learn anything if I just go at it, so I'm just gonna spend some time trying to dodge or trying to find anything. And what I found was that the boss's attacks had ridiculous hitboxes, ridiculous speed. Like, there's no way you're gonna dodge them head on. So the only way, and your jumps are accurate and floaty, you can't get around them with those either. He has multiple attacks and you can't predict them. So the one thing you can do is cross up, and I did manage to kind of survive there, if I focused only on crossing up constantly. But your attacks have huge recovery and knock back the boss, so if you're also attacking, that doesn't work either. So like, there's just fuck all you can do. So it's, if you have powders coming in, you can do good damage with that, or you can just brute force it by throwing enough health and lives into it, and then you keep repeating that until you get enough drops from the stages. And I'm probably missing something. Like, you're talking about some dash attack, I don't know what that is, but
yeah, it doesn't seem to save JJM either, so it probably wouldn't have helped.
I spent some time mashing buttons, trying things, I couldn't find anything else. The pavement didn't give me anything else, so well, I guess we'll just roll the dice until someone gets good drops. That's the only thing remaining with it. And it's like, in the first stages also, there was like, I knew there was limited lives and unlimited continues, but I don't know where the continue picks up. I don't know. So that's like the first gamble in the race, and of course it's turned out that it was pretty obvious. You learned it pretty quickly, and also I spent enough continues just, you know, dying, that eventually it got clear. But when I first ran into that, I didn't know how hard this was going to be. Like, at that point, it could have plausibly been like you reset lives at every continue spot, and then get to the next one with those, and that continues until the end of the game. And on the way, you just need to guess where you can take the continues until you figure it out, and it's just... yeah, this race just had all of the old console action game bullshit going on for it. It's just... I came out ahead, but it was just bashing my head into the wall with nothing to it until it worked. This was so stupid. Absolute bullshit.
Oh, JJM got a double KO on the first phase. That's funny as well. But yeah, it seemed like it was going pretty fairly smoothly until the final stage, mainly with brute force. The people in chat have been looking up long plays, and apparently they're not really finding a good playthrough either that doesn't look possibly cheated.
Yeah, I remember it was the airplane stage, or actually it was train, not airplane, but like some kind of passenger cabin. Where I was thinking like, well, so far I have absolutely refused to learn the game, and I will continue to refuse to learn the game, and I'll just make it through or not. And up to then, it's just a few bosses that dealt a lot of damage and were awkward to hit, took a few tries, but otherwise it was pretty consistent. Like the 3 lives will get you through a stage, and then you reset and do it again next time. But yeah, it was still kind of stupid, and the final stage was just that's where it well and way off the rails. Just complete roll of the dice. You get the drops or you don't.
Yeah, it looks very luck-based, and we haven't really seen a good strategy against the boss, so I guess luck is all you can have here. Apparently, so I don't know the times, but apparently Internet Dirigible and Shambles got through the game pretty quickly. Maybe they got very lucky.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's just so flat. Like maybe they did find some kind of a cheese for the final boss, and well, that cuts like 20 minutes. Or maybe they got lucky with the drops the first time around. I don't know. It's maybe the spear dash that I never found was actually good, or there was some other.
Yeah, I wonder how much else is hidden in the game that we haven't seen. Like I saw JJM make some weirdly high jumps with Ushio now, which I'm not sure we've seen before. And just like the spear dash, Tora, the other character, has like a fire breath, but it also never really seemed that useful.
Wait, fire breath?
Yeah.
Oh wait, is it the powder power-up?
No, it's without
No,
the powder. It's the equivalent of the spear dash, I think.
A straight up fireball.
Which I guess it probably has some good range, but we've never really seen it come in as a useful attack. Not sure how much longer JJM wants to retry. I'm gonna ask if they wanna keep going. Because he's giving it one more shot.
A good old college try.
Yeah, there's one guide on GameFAQs and it doesn't really have anything more than that. Like it's just controls and pickups and brief description of stages.
It did look like there was a bit of a back air going on there. I also just really want pogoing to be a thing in this game. Like, that's a fast strat.
It looked like it worked a little bit, but then it always throws you into the boss's attack anyway, like it doesn't get you far enough away. We've seen some pogo attempts.
The game's manual has some kind of a chart next to controls with a bunch of D-pad arrows on it, which I assume tells about some, like, well, it's a different attacks or something, but it's Japanese, I can't read it. And it's that doesn't have enough iconography to make out anything useful.
A good double jump. Alright, with that, JJM has forfeited the race. Rough game.
Seems like
Rough
a
game for your first one.
reasonable decision.
Is the double jump in the basement? Let's find out. Spear character can double jump. It is in fact in the basement.
Yeah, I would be super mad if I got lost with this game.
Hey, that's a race done. Hello, JJM. That was definitely a game.
So you discovered a special attack that Polari didn't find and use at all, the spear dash and also the flame breath on Tora. I think if I see that right from the menu, let's double tap in a direction and then Y.
We're not really hearing anything from you, just getting an occasional mic scratch and otherwise nothing. You're trying to talk.
Thump, thump, thump. JJM, are you out there? Or is it the Oni?
Like he can't hear us.
Not good.
See. Yeah, I guess it's just like Discord audio.
Discord doing things. It's better to have the technical difficulties now than, you know, during the race.
Okay, yeah, now I relaunched the game and now I got the special attacks, like I can see what the manual is saying about them. So if you hold the direction, you get a decent slash on the ground. If you hold an upwards diagonal, you'll get an actually good slash on the ground, like similar to the one that I got used all the time by jumping. And the dash is double tap a direction and an attack. Like I would bet money that the testers did find the double dash thing. And
Well, it
that's-
only
and that
it
that's
only
the-
really made a huge difference on like the Kamataichi boss.
No, I would bet that that's how you kill the final boss. And too bad I don't have a save state there to get back there or anything to actually test. But
I mean, the thing is, JJM knew about it too.
well, I don't know what he did exactly, but it's just on paper. Like the one thing I found to consistently deal with him to avoid damage was to constantly cross up, but I couldn't both attack and cross up with the attacks I found. But I could, but without testing, like I may be wrong, but it looks like this attack looks like it could do it. Like you would do a dash attack from one side and end up on another. And actually maybe he turns around so that doesn't actually work.
And he might also get hit during startup too. With the downward attacks.
Yep,
If you're lucky, it could work.
Yep, the key's in the timing because the boss's attacks have a bit of wind up, and that's what I've used when I was just focusing on only dodging. Like he starts the attack while you're standing inside him, and then you switch sides, and you keep doing that. But my problem was that the attacks that I knew about, they had too much recovery and knockback that it would put the boss in a position where I would then get hit afterwards. But I could imagine the dash working from there. I just... like, I don't know how else they would quickly beat the game and accept this into the tournament if they didn't do something like that. Like, what?
Okay, I think I'm in now and I can hear you.
Oh, and we
Excellent.
can hear you.
Great, my audio is being routed through my monitor for some reason.
So, how was your first race in MT?
I mean, it was fun.
Whoa,
After
really?
that last stage. Oh,
Careful, the last step's a doozy.
I think I calmed down once I got into and just was playing the game, and it thankfully wasn't a first-person shooter, which is what I was really worried about. So,
I don't think we really have any of those, like at best a first-person puzzler, like a Portal-like. Yeah, I think this is unusually rough for an MT game, especially for an early game.
Well, and again, it's a disparity between how well the testers did and how well everyone else would do. Because apparently, the people who tested this knocked it out of the water. I mean, it
You
just
mostly
happened.
use- yeah. Polari, did you mostly use the spear guy or the tiger?
I never found out about it. Like this combined like all of the Mr. Tournament bullshit. The game was random and stupid, and then the pacing didn't tell anything, and like, some of the attacks were really hard to find. Like I tested double tapping D back to see that it didn't dash, but I didn't guess that it would like do nothing by itself, but then be a part of a special attack combination, especially when the pacing didn't say anything about something like that being a thing.
So both of you almost exclusively used the spear guy Ushio. That's what JJM asked. But yeah, so JJM, you found this spear dash special attack fairly early. Was that useful? Like it didn't seem to give you a big leg up.
I think it was useful in a couple spots where it needed to clear out low-hanging enemies, but everything wanted to fly.
Yep.
It really... I think it was useful in a very couple specific situations, but otherwise it was just... I thought the only thing I wanted to do was mid-air attacks with the forward slash, because it actually hit more than like 2 pixels on the screen.
Yeah, so having played through the game without using it, I wouldn't have missed it for anything else, but I really think it would be the key to the final boss. Like the only one, like, I don't think there's anything else you can do to make it consistent. otherwise. But I think that could work if you got the timings and positioning right. Also, by the way, now that I'm looking at the manual, if you hold upwards diagonal and attack, you get the good slash that you get from the jump too. That one I would have used a lot if I had known about it.
Really? Oh my god.
Yeah, so I went through the entire game just spamming the jump attack. There were a couple of enemies that moved around a lot and came at you, where I just stood still and mashed the basic attack to have them run into it instead of chasing them all over the screen, but otherwise I just used the jump into attack slash for everything.
I think both of you also were fairly tight for most of the race, and then, of course, in the final stage, I guess it was at least mostly up to RNG item luck.
Felt like there was a lot of RNG item luck. And I wasn't able to pull off. I know I got the final boss stage one like stun lock one time, but I wasn't able to repeat it.
I never saw anything even coming close to it.
I'm not sure we've
If
really
you
seen
were
a
in
good
tiger
strategy.
form, if you got him into the corner and were in tiger form, you could time your neutral jump attacks to hit him on up and down, and you had just enough stun frames that he never moved again or attacked, but I only managed it once.
Okay, I never really tried the tiger guy. I started with the spear guy by default, because again the paste me didn't say anything about two characters, so I at first assumed it was just like cosmetic only or not even a thing. Then after like 3 games or something, I tried it, and the basic attacks and movement seemed just worse, so I stuck to the spear guy. And, like, again,
I'd suicide. I'd suicide the first life of the spear guy to the final boss, get forced into tiger form, and try to use that. Because the game wanted me to use both characters on the final boss.
Yeah, it's an interesting twist since you didn't have a lot of practice with the other character.
well, it ended up being the same, because out of the basic attack it was like the jumping mid-air slash that would work roughly the same, so I would just use that all the time.
Yep.
Alright, yeah, I think we're gonna come to an end here. There's no match immediately after this one, but there is one in a bit over an hour. We're gonna go down for now. GG's to both of you. Big respect for the endurance.
I'm stubborn. I thought I could beat it, but I think I really just needed some of the RNG I had in a couple of the ones where I went deep. But no, GG Polari, good job on actually beating that level.
Yeah, I mean, that was my strat too, just keep going until I got good enough drops. That's
Oh, yeah,
better lucky than good.
What do we got coming up next?
yeah, we've got a long day coming up. Let's look at our schedule. In a bit more than an hour, we've got another match coming up. YD12K versus Flipped 663. And then it's just a match after match. There's, I think, at least 7 more on the schedule. Yeah, so it's gonna be a long day of MT matches here. Not sure I'm gonna be back for the next one, but I'm sure someone's gonna pick it up.
Yeah, folks are awake.
Oh, so I see your name down there, Matt.
Yeah. I also see the name next to mine.
Ah.
It'll be fine to be a lizard. Being a lizard is cool.
Yeah, everyone says how great it is to be a lizard. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a lot more matches today. So check back in about an hour